and welcome to the launch of yet another highly anticipated start of the First Citizens Cup football tournament. I am Dale Mohammed, the Communications Officer responsible for Community Relations at First Citizens, as well as the Chairman for today's proceedings. To get us started off today, I would like to call to the lectern a man who is no stranger to the local football industry, Mr. Dexter Skeen, Chief Executive Officer, TT Pro League.
Thank you, Mr. Chairperson. Dale Mohammed, Communications Officer, Community Relations for Citizens. Mr. Ian Briggs, Officer in Charge, First Citizens Asset Management Limited. Today, as we launch another edition, I would like to, not for the first time, say to First Citizens, thank you. Thank you in the face of an economic downturn for retaining your deep commitment to the football talent of Trinidad and Tobago. The Pro League is the premier pathway and vehicle for all young aspiring professional footballers, and you have shown that you have decided to make your input in the up and coming talent and youth of Trinidad and Tobago, which is highly commendable. Thank you once again, First Citizens. As I've said before, fulfilling the vision and mission of the TT Pro League is not the easiest of challenges. For many, coming to grips with the concept of a professional football league and the obligations, opportunities, and I dare say, problems and challenges remains difficult and in some cases elusive. It is, however, a journey and purpose that every person in this room here today has signed up for. Failure is not an option. The youth of the nation in particular, and those who has been gifted with a talent, depend on it to earn a living and to strive to have a pathway to the top in professional football and international football. Professional football, let me just say, friends, is no walk in the park. Making it is not done against a background of wistful or recreational thinking. No. It requires an abiding dedication and commitment to excellence and striving for excellence. It demands an understanding and appreciation that mediocrity is not a strategic objective. It requires a willingness to accept new and different ideas. It requires that you live the dream every second of every day, not just on match days. It requires an indomitable self-belief and a desire to dream. It requires a resolute self-confidence in the talent, potential, faith, and love of ourselves as a people. Throughout its history, First Citizens as an institution has shown the way. As an indigenous financial institution, First Citizens has shown the exemplary vision, values, and organizational best practices that is required for a local entity to compete and beat the best in an environment where not everyone wanted to see First Citizens succeed, far less thrive. But succeed they did, and thrive they have. It is therefore no accident that First Citizens understands and supports the vision and mission of the TT Pro League. They understand that while process is important, it is people that make the world what it is, and that here in TNT, we have the talent. Striving to be the best requires more than just talk. It requires best thinking and best action. The real question for all of us in the TT Pro League is, do we have what it takes? First Citizens has answered yes. The onus is on the TT Pro League, its players, coaches, administrators, managers, match officials, to join with First Citizens in saying by our actions, yes we can.
Now, to give you a little more detail on what First Citizens has done in the past with this tournament and sport in general, I would now like to invite one of the newest additions to our group and our football team, Mr. Ian Briggs, Officer in Charge, First Citizens Asset Management Limited.
I'm indeed privileged to welcome you to the launch of a very exciting event on the football calendar, First Citizens Cup 2009. This year marks the 8th year that First Citizens is hosting this competition, and we are extremely proud to be aligned with such a great event. There is no better time to launch than now, as the Soca Warrior team is preparing for a big deciding game tomorrow. Good luck to our team. First Citizens is totally committed to the development of the noble sport, and this is solidified by our contribution of $200,000 to this year's league. This type of continued support would provide the TT Pro League with a secured financial framework that would enable them to accomplish their valuable goals that they foresee in the near future. At this point, I must applaud the TT Pro League for their efforts in expanding the horizons of football in Trinidad and Tobago. Your potential as a showcase of talent and discipline has been recognized nationwide and considered exemplary. Keep up the good work. Even as we continue to sponsor this league, having recognized the talents and skills of persons in the professional football industry, we are simultaneously involved in other sporting initiatives. To date, we are and continue to be the official bank of the Warrior Within campaign, a campaign that has lent tremendous support to our Soca Warriors, while over the years we have been sponsoring sporting initiatives such as New Year's Day at the races, First Citizens Clark Road United cricket team, the First Citizens National Water Polo Leagues, and SPEC International Half Marathon, which is scheduled to be launched next Wednesday. We firmly believe that sport contributes to individual progress and national solidarity. Sport brings discipline to life. Sport encourages dedication, teamwork, and camaraderie among sportsmen and women. All of the aforementioned attributes are essential to our day-to-day living and contribute to our growth as well-rounded individuals. Once again, I thank the TT Pro League for giving us the opportunity to be aligned with an event that helps us to give so much back to our community. In closing, on behalf of First Citizens, I thank you all for attending. We at First Citizens are definitely looking forward to welcoming you and your families to an exciting month of football action. To all the teams, good luck. See you there, and thank you.